the study hours that you have devoted for the preparation of this examination, right? Since you have said that you are already the part of stock market, right?
Yes.
So how much time you were able to devote for the preparation? So had you done integrated preparation for phase 1 and phase 2, or you have prepared separately for phase 1 and then separately for phase 2? How we can use the current affairs in the descriptive writing? किस तरीके से उसको यूज कर सकते, तो इसमें आपका क्या ओपिनियन है? Hello friends, welcome to EduTap. So friends, today we have with us Mr. Yogesh, who has recently cleared NABARD Grade A 2022 examination. So first of all, Yogesh, welcome to EduTap, and I congratulate you on behalf of Team EduTap for achieving this grand success.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for inviting me.
So Yogesh, first of all, do let us know about your preparation journey, about your educational qualification, and what has been your journey throughout during the preparation of this examination.
So actually, sir, I have done my BTech from Punjab University, and I have passed out in 2017. From there onwards, I have done I have prepared for MBA, but I didn't take any management college. After that, I actually went into stock market, and I was trader for 3-4 years.
Okay.
And then while I was preparing for RBI, as I was not able to clear it, so somebody told me about NABARD Grade A. So in 2022, I seriously took it, and with the grace of God, I actually cleared into 2022.
Okay, so you have told that you have involved into the stock market, right?
Yes, sir.
So from stock market to NABARD, why this is so?
So actually, it is more also, I used to sit in the room for a long time, and I was feeling like that I need to go out more. So, and also there was so much of mental pressure while I was doing trading.
Okay.
So I just wanted to get out from it, but also because I was earning good at that time, so I also wanted some kind of prestigious job, which only could RBI, NABARD, or SEBI, they could give me this kind of this kind of job. So actually, that's why I looked for these 3 examinations actually.
Okay. So Yogesh, if I talk about stock market, right? So I personally, I'm personally very much, I can say, excited about the stock market, और बहुत ज़्यादा interested भी रहता हूँ मैं, और बहुत सारे ऐसे aspirants भी हैं जो कि करना चाहते हैं. So वहाँ पे आप बोल रहे हैं आप अच्छा अर्न भी कर पा रहे थे, राइट? उसके बाद फिर सडनली यहाँ पे NABARD में आपने क्यों स्विच किया? वो एक मेजर रीज़न बताइए उसका.
सर, जब पूरे दिन रूम में जब बैठते हैं ना, तो कोई बाहर जाने का किसी से होता नहीं है. जिस दिन आपको ट्रेडिंग करनी है, आप 3-4 बजे तक उसमें लगे रहते हैं. उसके दिन अगले दिन के लिए प्रिपेयर करते हो, तो क्या फैमिली से भी थोड़ा टच खत्म हो जाता है.
राइट.
और मेंटल प्रेशर भी उसका होता है. फिर काफ़ी ज़्यादा लोगों की पैसे भी आपके पास होता है, पोर्टफोलियो भी होता है. तो उसको फुल्ली डिपेंडेंट, मतलब as an individual, I would say that I could not fully depend on that.
Okay, right.
That's the main reason actually I look forward to some kind of job.
So since you have cleared NABARD Grade A, right? So you might be a very intelligent student.
No.
Because generally we have a misconception that सिर्फ on intelligent students ही exam clear कर सकते हैं. So you might be very intelligent.
No, sir. Actually, in my graduation, I have 57.50%.
Okay.
So I'm actually the average guy, I would say. It is all because I would say it is because of the content that actually EduTap was providing, and because of the study that I have made. Only because of these 2 things, I was able to clear the examination.
Okay. So guys, those who have misconception that only toppers or only IIM graduates can clear the examination, and finally he is here in NABARD itself, right? So he became a NABARD Grade A officer. So tell me about your preparation journey. मतलब what kind of ups and downs you saw during your preparation? We have generally बहुत सारी चीज़ें ups and downs आती रहती हैं mentally और psychologically हमारे मन में. तो how you cope up with those thoughts, with those I can say the state of mind?
Sir. In 2022, actually, I took the RBI Grade B exam, and I was so sure in the phase 1 that I would clear it.
Okay.
But when the result came out, I got failed. And then just उसके बाद NABARD एग्जामिनेशन, EduTap अनाउंस किए NABARD एग्जामिनेशन आने वाला है, तो मेरे को लगा कि अभी इतना मैंने टाइम इन्वेस्ट किया है, तो थोड़ा बहुत मैं सीरियसली कर लेता हूँ थोड़ा.
Right.
तो जब मैंने फिर कोर्स खरीदा था NABARD Grade A, क्योंकि टाइम बहुत कम था, और मेरे को कुछ सब्जेक्ट के बारे में कुछ पता भी नहीं था. ESI मेरे को पता था, लेकिन ARD के बारे में कुछ भी आइडिया नहीं था. तो मैंने जस्ट उसके थ्रू मैंने गो थ्रू किया, और जो वीडियोस अपलोड होते थे इसमें EduTap में, उसके थ्रू किया. बट ये था कि काफ़ी टाइम से जब आदमी प्रिपेयर कर रहा होता है, तो क्या होता है कि डिमोटिवेटेड हो जाता है, और थोड़ा टायर्ड हो जाता है बिल्कुल, कि भाई मेंटली टायर्ड हो जाता है कि भाई काफ़ी टाइम से कर रहे हैं, क्या होगा. लेकिन जो ये बिलीव था कि भाई हाँ बस लास्ट टाइम थोड़ा अच्छी तरह से सीरियसली कर लेते हैं, तो उसकी वजह से थोड़ा शायद हो गया कि मैं कर पाया यहाँ पे वहाँ तक पहुँच पाया.
सो योगेश, आपने कभी सोचा था बचपन से कि मुझे गवर्नमेंट जॉब चाहिए, या कुछ ऐसा कुछ प्लान था आपका, या सडनली वो कहीं प्लान बना आपका ड्यूरिंग ग्रेजुएशन या आफ्टर ग्रेजुएशन?
No, so actually, I would say even till my graduation, I used to hate government job.
ओके.
Like I used to be like, oh, I will never get into government job. I will only go to a private sector or something. But it just things happen. You know, you cannot just plan things. So
Right.
that's why these kind. But I would say the NABARD, RBI, the people who are working there, I have some friends there. So I would not say that this is a kind of this is actually a government job. It is more like a corporate job, but you have some kind of stability in this job.
Right. Okay, got it. So if I talk about the study hours that you have devoted for the preparation of this examination, right? Since you have said that you are already the part of stock market, right?
Yes.
So how much time you were able to devote for the preparation?
So actually, because of attempting RBI Grade B for 2 times and not clearing it, I decided to give up on stock market for some time. I put aside everything for when the NABARD exam was about to come, and I just focused on the NABARD exam. So I used to actually just before a NABARD phase 1, I used to study 6-7 hours because that was needed. Because I didn't know about an ARD and decision making and these things. So I used to put at least 6-7 hours. But after I cleared phase 1, I used to just study 2-3 hours. Even after phase 1, actually I got sick, and
Okay.
when I was okay to study again, there was only 20 days, and that time I only used to actually follow EduTap. Everything that EduTap used to upload, the live session actually more importantly, I just used to focus on that and the content, the PDFs. That's all.
राइट. सो योगेश, इफ यू टॉक अबाउट फैमिली सपोर्ट, सो वो कितना सपोर्ट था आपकी फैमिली के साइड से? क्योंकि 2017 में आफ्टर ग्रेजुएशन यू आर कंटिन्यूसली प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर द एग्जामिनेशन एंड ऑल्सो इन्वॉल्व इन द स्टॉक मार्केट. सो फैमिली की साइड से कुछ प्रेशर था कि यू आर डूइंग गुड इन स्टॉक मार्केट, देन यू डू नॉट नीड टू गो फॉर एनी अदर थिंग? सो ऐसा कुछ था, और सपोर्ट कितना था और कितना प्रेशर था आपकी फैमिली की साइड से?
So I would say the family support is very, very important
Right.
when it comes to this, because when you're mentally tired, there should be someone who could bring you up. And for me, that was my family, especially my father and mother. He always used to say that, just do whatever you want to do. If you want to give up on this, you should give up. If you want to pursue something else, you should just go for it. Even after I failed the RBI exam, and then I told my father that I want to prepare again, I want to buy the course again. This was actually the 3rd time. Even that time, my dad says, okay, no, if you want, then you should try one more time.
Okay.
He always had this thing that, okay, if you keep trying, you will finally get it what you want.
ग्रेट. सो योगेश, जैसा कि हम देखते हैं, जैसे कि आफ्टर ग्रेजुएशन, राइट, बहुत सारे ऐसे फ्रेंड्स होते हैं जो कि सेटल हो जाते हैं कहीं पर, कहीं किसी ने प्राइवेट सेक्टर में एंटर कर लिया, कोई गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर में बढ़िया कर रहा है, तो उसको देखकर एक फ्रस्ट्रेशन नहीं होता था कि यार मैं कहाँ फंसा हुआ हूँ, मैं कहाँ पे भी प्रिपरेशन मोड में चल रहा हूँ, मेरे साथ वालों की शादी भी हो जाती है कई बार, हम देखते हैं कहीं वो वैकेशन के लिए जा रहे होते हैं, अच्छी लाइफस्टाइल एंजॉय कर रहे होते हैं, तो एक वो फ्रस्ट्रेशन लेवल आपके लाइफ में आया, ऐसा कुछ कि नहीं आया?
नहीं सर, होता है, वो सबके में होता है. कोई ये बोले कि नहीं होता तो मेरे को लग रहा है कि झूठ ही बोलता है. वो सबके हर किसी में होता है. तो बट यही होता है कि भाई, अगर आप कंटिन्यूसली अगर आप प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो, बस अपनी चीज़ों पे फोकस करो, दूसरा क्या कर रहा है उस पर फोकस ज़्यादा ना करके खुद का प्रिपेयर करो, कि और बस ये एम करो कि भाई हाँ, इस साल या नेक्स्ट ईयर जो भी अगर प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं तो बस फुल्ली दो. जब भी आप फुल्ली दो, बस इतने इस पे ध्यान रखो. वो तो हमेशा रहेंगे. अगर आप ज़्यादा देखोगे उन चीज़ों पे ज़्यादा फोकस करोगे तो आपको डाइवर्ट ही करेंगे हमेशा.
बट ये माइंड सेट मतलब कैसे आता? जनरली बीइंग अ ह्यूमन, हम ये चीज़ें आ ही जाती मन में यार, कि हम स्क्रॉल कर रहे होते हैं अपना सोशल मीडिया, देख लेते हैं यार ये फ्रेंड यहाँ घूम रहा है, कोई गोवा घूम रहा है, कोई फॉरेन घूम रहा है, तो जनरली वो हम चाहते नहीं है, बट वो कहीं ना कहीं से आ जाता है. कहीं कॉल पे किसी फ्रेंड ने बताया उसकी शादी हो रही है या वो वहाँ घूम रहा है, तो उस चीज़ से मतलब हम वो माइंड सेट हम कैसे लेकर आते हैं कि मुझे इन सब चीज़ों में इन्वॉल्व नहीं होना है, मुझे फोकस रखना है अपनी स्टडीज़ पर?
स्टॉप यूजिंग सोशल मीडिया फॉर सम टाइम. काफ़ी यूपीएससी की जो प्रिपेयर करते हैं लोग, वो काफ़ी कहते हैं, लेकिन इसका सिग्निफिकेंस में जब मैं खुद प्रिपेयर करता था, जब मेरे को पता चला, मैं वैसे पहले भी काफ़ी यूज़ नहीं करता था, बट अगर मैं शायद करता होता तो शायद जो आप बोल रहे हो शायद मेरे साथ भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा होता है. बट मेरे को इतना हुआ नहीं, क्योंकि मैं सोशल मीडिया बिल्कुल भी यूज़ नहीं करता था उस टाइम. मेरे 2-3 फ्रेंड थे मैं जो उनसे बात करता था, they were all good, like they were all just like me, so that was actually a good thing for me. And I would actually suggest to other people also, while you are preparing for something like this, stop using social media for some time. It may be the opinion may be different for different people, but this I would say 90% of the time this is going to work for them.
So आपकी एज लगभग 24-25 के आसपास होनी चाहिए, राइट?
Just
अराउंड इतनी होगी तो
actually right now I'm 28.
28, ओके ठीक है, आपकी एज 28 है, राइट। सो इसमें एक लव एंगल जो है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है। कई कई लोगों के लिए एक स्ट्रेंथ भी होती है, कई लोगों के लिए एक वीकनेस भी होती है। तो आपकी लाइफ में ऐसा कुछ रहा कि मतलब एक फैमिली का सपोर्ट रहता है प्लस एक लव एंगल भी होता है? लोगों की लाइफ में बहुत सारे एस्पिरेंट्स ऐसे होते हैं। तो अगर मैं एक एग्जांपल लूँ, एक यूपीएससी के एस्पिरेंट थे लास्ट ईयर जिन्होंने टॉप किया था, उन्होंने बताया था इंटरव्यू में और इवन बाद में भी जब वो सेलेक्ट हो गए थे कि मेरी गर्लफ्रेंड का बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट रोल रहा मेरी इस पूरी सक्सेस में। तो ऐसा कुछ आपकी लाइफ में हुआ?
So no, sir. Actually, I was not into all those things. Like, at that time, I never had a relationship. While I was preparing for the exam.
कभी नहीं रहा आपके लाइफ में?
No, during that time.
ओके, ग्रेट योगेश। तो ठीक है, उसका तो कोई एंगल था नहीं, फिर उसके बारे में डिस्कशन हो भी नहीं सकती, राइट? ग्रेट। तो अभी क्या प्लान है फिर आपके? अभी तो फैमिली साइड से प्रेशर भी हो रहा होगा, चलो अब तो जॉब भी हो गई और एज भी आपकी ठीक है, अब शादी कर लेते हैं, ऐसा कुछ प्रेशर है या कुछ ऐसी बातें हो रही होंगी घर पे?
They used to do that actually. Just after I cleared the exam, my family was into okay, let's do your marriage or something. They were looking out of some proposals, but I told them, and I would say my parents are very understanding people. I told them I'm not going into these things at least for the next 2 years.
Okay.
And they understood it very well.
Great. So Yogesh, if I talk about specifically for the examination, right? So if I talk about phase 1 preparation, so how did you prepare the phase 1 component, including both QRE, GA, decision making, computer, and the ESI and ARD component?
Sir, the plus point for me was because I was preparing for RBI, so ESI became a little bit easy for me. I knew how to read the government schemes, reports, and I was very used to them because let's say that year the budget and the economic survey came out.
Right.
It was not the people who are going to read it for the first time. It will be hard for them. But for me, it was easy that, okay, you have to study that, okay, it is normal thing, okay, 15 page or 20 page, whatever it is, you have to read. So I cannot say that what they can do, but I can say something that don't make it so much complicated. If you really want to do something, but because there is some coaching centers are there, institute just like EduTap is there, just buy their course, simply just buy their course if you want. At least you can put some money because you are going to get very high salary after if you get a job. Just buy the course and just follow what they are saying, because the course are actually I would say that course are made up of after talking to so many candidates, also after their experience, teachers' experience also. If you just follow the coaching institute that you are enrolled into, they are providing, just follow them religiously. I would say you don't need to go out from their annuals. Just don't complicate things. It is very easy to crack any exam, but I would say people actually complicate. They will read some other book, they will read the IS material and something. It is not needed actually.
Okay. So as you told that you had subscribed EduTap's course, right?
Yes, sir.
So why only EduTap course? I mean to say that there are other competitors as well in the market. So why did you opt for EduTap's course?
Actually, sir, I bought course from other institute also in the past.
Okay.
But I found that EduTap is very providing the source, actually the sources and the quiz and the type just after
the overall
after
content,
notes,
if we can say, right?
Even after notes, there used to be short notes also.
Right.
So actually, if somebody do not have that much time, they can just go for short notes, and there was quizzes for GA also.
Right.
Actually, I never read the full GA PDF actually. I just used to take the quizzes only.
Okay.
So the content actually was good of EduTap, and it was easy to read also. That's why actually I followed EduTap.
Okay, great. So if I talk about ESI and ARD, right, both the papers, because both papers are common in phase 1 and phase 2.
Yes.
So had you done integrated preparation for phase 1 and phase 2, or you have prepared separately for phase 1 and then separately for phase 2?
No, sir, I have done integrated preparation because the time was very less. So I started with the first day. Actually, I started making notes, not on my notebook or something. I used to make notes on Google Doc, because I knew that I have to write the descriptive paper, and not an English descriptive and ESI and ARD questions. So since first day, whenever I used to read budget or something, if I find some scheme related to it or some data that is coming on reports, I used to pick them and put it in the GDoc so that later on I can revise it. Yeah. And in ESI and ARD, if you just read it for the phase 1, it is same for the phase 2. If you leave the descriptive part, it is same. If you are preparing for the phase 1, it will already be covered in the phase 2.
And what about descriptive part? How did you prepare for descriptive component?
So descriptive components, sir, you have to first know how to write actually. That you have to do from the first day, because if you go for after phase 1, you will be very scared to do that. And it is for sure that I can say that they are going to make, if the paper is not going to come according to them, they are going to be scared in the paper. It happened actually with me. So I would suggest that start with the first day first. Keep that in your mind that you have to write a descriptive. So whenever you are reading, either you are reading notes or budgets or economic survey or any report, keep that in mind that where can I use this thing in descriptive. If sometimes some question comes on, let's say the globalization, the question came. So I use all those things, the points that I read it on the general thing, like what is the literacy rate of India, all those things that I kept in GDoc, I use them all those things.
Okay.
Because at that time there's so much of content, you cannot revise everything.
Right. So had you done practice of answer writing before the examination?
Yes, sir.
So how much time did you devote for practicing answers?
So I used to follow the live session from my EduTap actually.
Okay.
So I think from the day one the session started, the live session started. I myself was scared that will I be able to write it or not. But I think you are the one who took those sessions. So when you used to give us a topic, I used to write it, but I was not able to write in the time. But I was writing good content. I knew that I just had to type it faster. So from there onwards, I just kept following the live sessions, and I used to practice after the live session is over. I used to practice every day for like at least 1 or 2 hours. I used to pick a topic from the PDF that EduTap used to provide, and I used to write, and then I used to check it if my content is good or not. Okay. I used to go through like this.
So guys, this is the strategy for descriptive writing, that you have to practice a lot, right? As we always say in our session, that you have to practice for descriptive writing. So practice is the key. You cannot become a champion in a one day. Rather, you have to evolve yourself, right? आपको evolve करना पड़ेगा. If you practice more, then only you will have command over the descriptive writing, right? So and if we talk about the preparation of current affairs, right? Generally, aspirants say that how we can use the current affairs in the descriptive writing. किस तरीके से उसको use कर सकते, तो इसमें आपका क्या opinion है?
So, see the current affairs are very vast. I have done this 2-3 times actually. This mistake I have done in RBI also. So I did the same mistake in this one. You don't have to read current affairs. Actually, I would say if you just read a 3 or 4 month current affair, and even that thing, just read. Actually, before starting, read the previous year question. What type of question they are asking in current affair also. There is always a pattern in every examination. So look for that pattern and just read those things. And then whenever you find something like interesting, like something you can directly relate to NABARD or some organization that you're preparing to, pick those things and put it in your notes somewhere. And then take the quiz. If you're just going to prepare for GA, just take the quiz. Actually, I would say, because even if you read the whole PDF, let's say there are 200 pages in the PDF, you're going to forget it. Just give it 7 days. You are going to forget everything. You will just remember 2-3 pages.
Right.
So the right way to, I would say, prepare it to just take quizzes as more and more if you want. That is the best way. And whenever you find something interesting while reading, either it is quiz or PDF, just note it down in somewhere so that you can use it later. Because you are not going. Even if you say that you have so many days, you are not going to revise the same PDF again.
Right. So guys, this is what we say, that generally what you need to do, that you need to note it down some important current affairs, right? If I talk about schemes related to health, because health is a topic mentioned in the ESI component. So if you see, whenever you see any report or any schemes related to health, so you can note it down, the important provision, important highlight of that particular scheme in your notes itself, right? So at the end, what will you have? You will have around 10 pages notes, which is very easy to revise, right? So you can give multiple revision of that notes. So this is the key, and this is how you can incorporate the current affairs in your descriptive answers. Right. So if I talk about descriptive English paper, yes, right, paper 1 of phase 2. So did you do any practice, or you just appeared for the descriptive English?
No, so while I was preparing for this the answer writing of ESI and AID,
right.
I would say my English part was actually getting covered by itself. So all I needed was content. And for that content, on the things that I was using while I was studying the reports and everything, I used only those things. I did not do anything extra.
Okay.
So I used those things, and there was some 2-3 essays that I used to see that in the PDF also, the probable essay topics that can come. I just typed like at least 10-15 essays on them, and and I note down some other important points that okay, if this topic comes or education comes, you cannot fix, like you cannot know that okay, on education what topic will come in education,
Right.
like high school or either it will be in graduation or something. So you just need to know education. If this education something comes up, I have these things data, or I have these points, I have these government schemes. You just remember these things, and like make it like broad. Like if you go into deep, you don't know because what is going to come in the paper.
Right.
Just try to make it more broad, like education, health, and these things. Divide them into sectors, and prepare some like basic points that you have to write. Because when you don't know anything, you will use those things.
Right. But sometimes we do not have content with respect to any question. Suppose if question appears in the examination, but then sometimes we do not have any content about that particular topic. So how did you tackle those questions in the examination?
Actually, that time you cannot do anything. Only that time, only the thing that you prepared when you started your preparation integrately for the first day, for the descriptive thing, that will come in handy. Because
Right.
you already have prepared. So even if you don't know, because in the back of mind you will always know that whatever comes in the paper question, you will always know. But you will feel like, oh my god, I don't know about this question. But whatever you have prepared during your preparation, if you have done it from the since first day, you will type it very very easily. You will type it while you are typing it. You like the things will start coming in your mind.
Right.
But if you have not prepared and you have done the same mistake that you have started preparing after phase 1, then you won't be able to do.
Okay.
That's where actually the most guys, the toppers, actually, I would say that the topper who are preparing for the descriptive even before phase 1, they go more ahead of those guys actually.
Right. So when we prepare at home, so generally we are relaxed, right? We feel that yeah, we can do it. But whenever we appear in the examination hall, so एक वो nervousness जो होती है वो आ ही जाती है. तो आपके साथ भी ऐसा हुआ कि during phase 1 and phase 2 वो nervousness एक आ जाती है एग्जाम हॉल में बैठते ही और जाते इतनी भीड़ देखते हैं हम कि हमारे सारे कॉम्पिटिटर्स ही हैं. तो ऐसा आपके मन में कुछ आया था? उसके चलते हम कई बार मिस्टेक्स भी करते हैं while attempting the examination. We commit a lot of mistakes due to that nervousness. तो आपके साथ ऐसा कुछ हुआ during the phase 1 and phase 2 examination?
So, NABARD में मेरा ऐसा नहीं हुआ. पिछले एग्जाम्स में हुआ था, जो मैं फील किया था खुद ने, और मेरे को लगा था कि इसका सबसे मेन रीजन ये है कि मॉक्स अगर आप नहीं दोगे ना, जो घर पे बैठ के, तो आपके साथ ये हमेशा ही होगा.
ओके.
अगर आप मॉक्स देते हो, स्ट्रेटेजी बनाते हो प्रॉपर्ली कि भाई मेरे को 20 मिनट्स में ये फिनिश करना है, 10 मिनट्स में फिनिश करना है, अगर आप फॉलो करते रहोगे ना, तो आपका कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्ट होता रहता है हमेशा.
राइट.
और आपको पता रहेगा भाई हाँ, मेरा टारगेट था कि 10 क्वेश्चंस मेरे को इसमें अटेम्प्ट करने हैं, मैंने कर लिए, तो आपको कुछ और दिखेगा ही नहीं, क्योंकि आपके माइंड में सिर्फ वो स्ट्रेटेजी चलेगी जो आपने घर पे प्रिपेयर किया था.
राइट.
तो वो प्रैक्टिस अगर आपने किया है घर पे मॉक, तो आपको हमेशा रहेगा. अगर आप मॉक नहीं करते हो, तो यही दिक्कत आती है कि बाद में आप एग्जाम में बैठे हो, थोड़ा बहुत इधर एक दो क्वेश्चन इधर उधर भी हो जाते हैं, और आपको अगर आता भी है, अगर आप इजीली क्रैक कर सकते हो, तो आपसे होगा नहीं फिर वो, अगर आपने मॉक दिए नहीं है. तो मॉक की इंपॉर्टेंस काफी ज्यादा इस चीज में होती है.
राइट. सो आपने बताया कि मॉक्स इंपॉर्टेंट है, राइट? सो व्हाट इज द राइट टाइम ऑफ गिविंग मॉक्स? जनरली क्या करते हैं बच्चे, एस्पिरेंट्स जो होते हैं, स्टार्टिंग से ही मॉक देने स्टार्ट कर देते हैं, और व्हेन दे आर नॉट एबल टू अटेम्प्ट द कंप्लीट पेपर, दे गेट अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट, राइट? सो कोई एक ऐसा प्रॉपर आपको लगता है कि टाइम लिमिट है कि 70% 80% सिलेबस खत्म करने के बाद ही वी शुड गिव द मॉक्स, ऐसा कुछ है आपके स्ट्रेटजी में रहा है?
ये प्रॉपर था मेरे उसमें कि मैंने स्टार्ट कैसे किया था कि प्रीवियस ईयर के पेपर, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सब मॉक्स देने से पहले भी प्रीवियस ईयर के पेपर को आप एक बार देखो, और वो आप लगभग डेली, लगभग दिन में 2 बार कम से कम एक बार आप चेक करो कि आप भूलो ना, ताकि उसके बाद आप अपनी जो उसमें आपको पता चल जाएगा कि कौन कौन से इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर्स हैं. उसको फिर आप एक बार आप स्टार्ट करो, उसको थोड़ा पढ़ना स्टार्ट करो. जब आपके इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर हो जाएं, उसके बाद आप मॉक देना स्टार्ट कर सकते हो. जब आप मॉक दोगे, तो आपको होगा कि जो आपने जो इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर पढ़े हैं, उनके जो उसके डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन जो आएंगे, आप इजीली कर भी पाओगे, और आपके जो इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर्स हैं वो कवर भी हो रहे हैं. और जो बेसिक जो आउट ऑफ द सिलेबस भी कई क्वेश्चन आ जाते हैं, और नॉर्मल जो ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है वो आ जाते हैं, तो उनको आप फिर वापस जाके आप प्रिपेयर कर सकते हो. भाई ओके, दिस चैप्टर, इस चैप्टर से जिस टाइप के क्वेश्चन मेरे को आ रहे हैं, जो एग्जाम में आ रहे हैं, जो मॉक में आ रहे हैं, फिर आप उसमें देख सकते हो. जब भी मॉक का इंपॉर्टेंस ये है नहीं कि आपके कितने मार्क्स आ रहे हैं, आपको ये है कि आप उस पर्टिकुलर उसमें एग्जामिनर सोच कैसे रहे उस क्वेश्चन के लिए, उस चैप्टर से. तो इसका ऐसे यूज़ कर सकते हैं. लगभग 40 to 50% लगभग मैं बोलूँगा कि इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर जो कवर हो जाते हैं. लगभग सिलेबस का 50% तो इंपॉर्टेंट चैप्टर्स हैं, वो कवर होने के बाद आप फिर मॉक स्टार्ट करो.
और उसके बाद आप एनालिसिस करते थे मॉक्स का, जो भी मिस्टेक्स आप कमिट कर रहे थे?
Always I used to do that.
Okay.
Instead of seeing for the mistake, I used to see that okay, in which chapter they are asking the same questions. They are targeting whether they are targeting some chapter or not. If they are targeting, what type of questions they are keep asking. So these things I used to do, and then I used to do, okay, whether I am able to do it in the stipulated time or not.
Right.
Am I getting the right marks or not? These things I used to actually.
So guys, this is very, very important. You need to remember that you have to do analysis of mocks, right? Giving mocks is not important. आपको mocks देना important नहीं, rather mocks को analyze करना ज़्यादा important है. If you are giving 100 mocks, अगर आपने उनका analysis नहीं किया तो वो कोई भी मतलब की नहीं, right? उसको आपको analyze करना है, what mistakes you are committing while giving the mocks. आपको कोई concept आ रहा है, उसके बाद भी आपने कोई mistake कर दी है. So ये बहुत important है आपको उस चीज़ को analyze करना. So this is the key that you need to remember. And one more important thing that Yogesh has mentioned that he has रेफर्ड प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन राइट ऑन अ डेली बेसिस. तो आपको PYQs आपको हमेशा ही रेफर करने हैं. दिस वी ऑलवेज से इन अवर सेशंस दैट यू हैव टू रेफर PYQs एंड यू हैव टू रेफर सिलेबस. ठीक है, सिलेबस तो आपके स्टडी टेबल में गाइज आपके स्टिक होना चाहिए, सामने पेस्ट होना चाहिए, और आपको सिलेबस डेली बेसिस पर देखना है, और आपको प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस आपको हमेशा रेफर करते रहने हैं. उससे आपको पता चल जाएगा कितनी डेप्थ में चीज़ें कवर की जा रही किसी पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक से, राइट. सो इफ वी टॉक अबाउट योगेश इंटरव्यू, ठीक है, इंटरव्यू में जनरली इवन आई हैव अपीयर्ड फॉर इंटरव्यू ऑफ डिफरेंट रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज एग्जामिनेशन. तो एक हम कॉन्फिडेंट रहते हैं जब हम घर पे रहते हैं कि यार ठीक है मैं कर लूंगा, बट वहाँ इन्वायरमेंट पे जब हम पहुँचते हैं और भी लोग सब साथ में दिख रहे होते हैं कि यार ये 10 लोग और इंटरव्यू दे रहे हैं साथ में, तो एक थोड़ा सा नर्वसनेस हो जाती है. तो और वो शायद कहीं ना कहीं रिफ्लेक्ट हो रही होती है हमारी एक्चुअल इंटरव्यू में भी. तो ऐसा आपके साथ क्या हुआ जब आप इंटरव्यू में अपीयर हुए? तो
सर मैंने एक्चुअली इंटरव्यू के मॉक्स कम दिए थे, क्योंकि मेरा थोड़ा बैकग्राउंड ऐसा था, तो मेरे को थोड़ा बहुत आइडिया था कि ठीक है मैं कर दूंगा शायद इंटरव्यू में ठीक ठाक. तो मैं वो एक ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट रह गया, लेकिन ये मेरे लिए पॉजिटिव भी निकल गया एक्चुअली,
राइट.
क्योंकि अगर मैं ज़्यादा प्रिपेयर करता शायद मेरे को लग रहा है कि उधर मैं कुछ ज़्यादा बोल नहीं पाता, क्योंकि क्वेश्चन जो उन्होंने पूछे थे वो बिल्कुल डिफरेंट थे. तो मेरे को लगा कि इंटरव्यू उधर काफ़ी लोग जो बच्चे थे उनसे बात करके थोड़ा ठीक लगा, लेकिन ऐसा लगा था यार ये तो अच्छा प्रिपेयर करके आए हैं, थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस लूज जाता है उधर. फिर आप इंटरव्यू जब देख के बच्चे वापस आ रहे होते हैं, वो पूछते हैं कि भाई हाँ ये क्वेश्चन आता है नहीं आता, ये मेरे से ये पूछा गया, ये मेरे से ये पूछा गया, तो आपका अगर आपने वो पढ़ा नहीं है ना तो और कॉन्फिडेंस लो हो जाता है आपका. राइट. तो ये है कि मॉक्स, लेकिन अगर मॉक इंटरव्यू आप देते हो तो फायदेमंद है मेरे हिसाब से. भाई अगर आप दोगे तो आपको ये पता चल जाएगा कि आप कहाँ पे, मतलब इसके लिए नहीं कि भाई आपको कितनी नॉलेज है, इसके लिए कि आपको इंग्लिश बोलनी है, ये भी बहुत ज़्यादा मैटर करता है. उधर क्या हुआ मेरे साथ, जो बच्चे जो इंटरव्यू दे रहे थे उनको ये उस लास्ट दिन तक उनको ये नहीं पता था कि मेरे को इंग्लिश में इंटरव्यू देना है, हिंदी में इंटरव्यू देना है. और वो अच्छे खासे जिनके जो ऑब्जेक्टिव पेपर थे उनमें काफ़ी अच्छे मार्क्स थे, और डिस्क्रिप्टिव भी उनको पता, उनको लगा था भी हाँ मेरे अच्छे मार्क्स आएंगे. उस टाइप के जो लोग जो कि टॉपर आ सकते हैं एक्चुअली, AIR 20 के अंदर होंगे, वो उनको ये नहीं पता था उस टाइम तक भी हिंदी में मेरे को इंटरव्यू देना है, इंग्लिश में चूज़ नहीं कर पा रहे थे, क्योंकि नर्वसनेस इतनी हो जाती है उस टाइम तक. तो ये मॉक इंटरव्यू इस चीज़ के लिए देना चाहिए, इसके लिए नहीं भाई मैंने एनुअल रिपोर्ट पढ़ी है नहीं पढ़ी. तो मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि उधर मेरे से कुछ पूछा भी नहीं एक्चुअली, ना मेरे से एनुअल रिपोर्ट पूछी गई, कुछ भी नहीं पूछा गया. वो पूछेंगे आपसे बैकग्राउंड के बारे में, कुछ और के बारे में, जो आप प्रिपेयर कर भी नहीं सकते कभी भी. बस आप प्रिपेयर जो कर सकते हो अपने आप को प्रिपेयर कर सकते हो, उसके लिए मॉक देना जरूरी है. ये है.
राइट. और जैसे हम इंटरव्यू सेंटर जब हम पहुंचते हैं अपने, तो उसके जब प्रोसेस स्टार्ट होने से पहले जो पूरा प्रोसेस होता है, बायोमेट्रिक वगैरह, डॉक्यूमेंट वेरिफिकेशन वगैरह, फिर आप अपने कॉम्पिटिटर से मिलते हैं, वहाँ पे साथ में बैठते हैं. क्योंकि मैं लास्ट ईयर में PFRD इंटरव्यू के लिए अपीयर हुआ था, तो वहाँ पे सारी चीज़ें थी. हम जाके डॉक्यूमेंट वेरिफिकेशन वगैरह हमने करवाया, फिर हमें एक हॉल में उन्होंने बैठा दिया, वहाँ पे 10 लोग और थे, मतलब 9 पीपल्स आर देयर इंक्लूडिंग मी, 10 लोग थे टोटल. तो हम सारे डिस्कशन पहले देख के ये लगता है फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन कि बहुत इंटेलिजेंट लोग बैठे हुए हैं, बट जब हम बात करना चालू करते हैं धीरे धीरे तब समझ में आता है सब हमारे जैसे ही हैं, नॉर्मली हैं, सबको यही डाउट है कि यार होगा नहीं होगा, कैसा होगा. तो फिर आप थोड़ा अच्छा कॉन्फिडेंट फील करते हैं. और अगर मैं एक्चुअल इंटरव्यू की बात करूं आपकी, सो हाउ मेनी मेंबर्स वर देयर इन योर इंटरव्यू?
सो इन द पैनल देयर वर 3 मेंबर्स, देयर वर 2 सर एंड 1 मैम. And it was an online interview, okay, through video conferencing. So they were sitting somewhere and they are taking interview from different ROs. So our actually was 4th or 5th RO. So they that time they were taking interviews one by one. So we are actually 9 people at the center, and it was only taking for some people it was taking 10 minutes. So some people it was taking 15 minutes. So like they were asking whatever they used to say, the candidate will say, they will pick something from it, then they will ask. Or if they don't have anything, then they will go in their background and then they will ask some question from their background. Okay, what they have. There was one guy, Subhashish, he was a researcher, he was a research scholar. So they were asking him some only from those, and if somebody don't have that, they don't have any background, like they are freshers, and then from that guy they will ask something like annual reports and what is NABARD, what is what is self-help group, what is the difference between self-help group and joint liability group. They will ask into these things.
Right.
And also because I had the stock market background, so they just went deep into this. Okay, have you read the report or not? Have you read the what would you say about the investment of NABARD is doing? They were asking me these questions.
And what was the duration of your interview?
It was about 15 minutes max.
और सबसे ज़्यादा इंटरव्यू आपके मतलब साथ वालों में कितना टाइम गया हुआ था उनका?
I would say there was one girl who gave interview. It was about 18 minutes. 19. We were actually recording because we were trying to see when she come back.
और जो मिनिमम लेंथ था जिस किसी एस्पिरेंट का
10 minutes.
तो उनको ऐसी फीलिंग नहीं है कि यार मुझसे कुछ पूछा ही नहीं, सिलेक्शन होगा नहीं?
Everybody was judging themselves and the other person who was coming out. Okay, your interview is only for 10 minutes. Oh, mine was 15 minutes. They were actually just discussing whether it was good or not. Till the result doesn't count, you will always be confused because you don't know.
Right. And what was the questions in the interview, right? Because since you were involved in the stock market as well, so कितना deep गए वो और कौन से areas जिन्होंने touch किया आपके interview में?
They were actually asking me more practical questions, I would say. They were expecting that I knew that the NABARD, where the NABARD is actually investing, is it good or not? Have you read the profit and loss sheet also? Have you read the balance sheet of the NABARD also? And what are the things that you can NABARD actually can improve? They were asking me these questions. So actually I went through. I knew that they can ask because I read the transcript that EduTap were providing. So the one thing that was common that everybody was asked the questions from their background. So I knew that I have done the stock market, so they are going to ask. So I prepared it. I just in the whole annual report actually I read those things only. Right. Because I knew that if they are going to ask, they will ask these things. In 15 minutes they cannot ask anything else.
Right.
So I just prepared the balance sheet and I prepared 3 suggestions that I could give. And that's all mostly they ask.
So generally being an aspirant, we have a misconception that interview panel is very harsh on the aspirants, right?
No.
So आपके साथ भी वो चीजें थी या बहुत ही cordial था environment?
They were very, very cordial. Not just with me, with everyone. Everybody who was coming out from the interview, they were saying that they were very smiling. Especially the sir that who was sitting in the middle, he was always like smiling. Like that's actually the wrong also, because if you don't know whether you gave the right answer or not,
right,
he will be always be smiling at you.
Right.
So you will be always be confused, and that will actually make you do something wrong in the next. And that's why actually I said that you cannot prepare for the interview because you don't know. Actually, that time unconsciously you will be trying to know that whether I have said the right thing or not. You were trying to read the expression, but if he's always smiling, you don't know.
Right. So Yogesh, how did you prepare for interview? Had you given any mock interview or you just prepared by yourself?
No, sir. Actually, I have given mock interview with the EduTap.
Okay.
In that, actually, I didn't do any very well. And after that, before I was thinking, okay, I will be okay. But while doing EduTap interview, I got very nervous. From there, actually, I started preparing for the interview properly. Like I used to talk to my friends. I used to give them some interview. There were some other people who used to help me out in these things. So I just focused more on my language skills. And the things after that I started recording myself actually on the video on the phone. I was in my room and I used to record myself to say how to introduce yourself, or there were 2-3 questions I used to keep on the screen, and I used to read and I used to answer. Always there used to be new questions, or either it can be about report or anything, and then I was just going to see if there is anything that I'm rushing through, some words I'm rushing through, or I'm fumbling or not, or when I'm saying what are my facial expressions.
Right.
I was just noticing these things. So I will prepare myself, but actually EduTap interview that I gave actually got me, I would say shocked that what I was thinking I would do is not where I am actually.
Right.
I have to do more.
So guys, this is very very important that you can prepare the interview by yourself, provided you need to do something. Like इन्होंने एक strategy बताई that he used to self-record the videos, right? He used to take the videos in a selfie form और वो देखते थे वो सारी चीज़ें और उसमें record करते थे, and उसके बाद वो देखते थे कहाँ पे improvement हो सकती है. एक और strategy बहुत important है guys, वहाँ पे you can list down all your important information with respect to your background, and you can circulate those information to your close ones, right? And you can ask them कि आप मुझसे question पूछिए इसमें, तो इसमें भी एक अच्छी preparation हो जाती है, क्योंकि अलग अलग लोग जो होते हैं वो आपसे अलग अलग तरीके के क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं और उसके बाद आपकी प्रिपरेशन अच्छी हो जाती है. आपको एक डायमेंशन मिल जाता है कि मुझे उस एरिया में भी सोचना चाहिए, मुझे यहाँ भी सोचना चाहिए. तो दिस कैन बी डन ऑल्सो. सो ये भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ें हैं. तो जो भी इंटरव्यू आपने मॉक इंटरव्यू दिया था EduTap में, तो डिड यू फाइंड दैट हेल्पफुल फॉर योर एक्चुअल इंटरव्यू?
Yes, very helpful actually. I would say
Okay.
not just helpful actually. That was a main. If I would say if I had not given that interview and I had gone directly into the main interview, I would not have done well.
Right.
That's why it was something that put me into shock. Okay, that okay you have to do where actually I was lacking. I was not able to even speak properly in the interview at that time. And the thing that I prepared, okay, if the interviewer will ask me this question, I will give this answer.
Right.
I was not giving that actually the answer.
Right.
I was just giving the answer, whatever is coming from in my mind unconsciously. I was giving.
Yeah, right.
So that time I find out that you cannot prepare, so you prepare for these things actually, at least.
Right.
So that's why when I was preparing, I used to see the interviews or the mock interview and the EduTap also used to take the interview like this.
Right.
So everybody was saying that okay, be honest. I didn't understand why you need to be honest. And that time actually I understood if you are not honest, you are going to say something wrong and you are going to get trapped in the interview in yourself.
Because they are very experienced person, right?
They are experienced because you don't know, because if you are going to prepare some fake thing also, they will counter you. Not actually proper counter, but they will just they will see it from a that okay you are saying something interesting, so they are going to pick it up and they are going to ask. If they don't have intention to counter you, actually they are just asking because they find something interesting, and you are not being honest, so you are going to get trapped in this.
Right.
That's why being honest is very important.
Right. So Yogesh, few days back you used to watch the videos of our EduTap of interview videos, right?
Yes.
So had you ever thought कि आपको भी यहाँ पे आने का मौका मिलेगा और साथ में हम बैठ के इंटरव्यू कर रहे होंगे?
Actually, I wanted this, but I never thought I would do this actually.
Okay, great. So one last question, Yogesh. Yogesh, what was your reaction when you saw the name when you saw your name in the holy PDF of NABARD? So
Actually, I was very happy. I had a hunch that okay, even after phase 2, I gave the phase 2. I knew that I will get into the list because I think I had good marks in objective, more than 40 actually, because the EduTap came with the answer sheet at the last night, just after the night. So I checked my answer with this, and other institute also came out. So I knew, and English descriptive I did well. So I had a hunch, but there is always a doubt because the seats are very less, and just in 7-8 marks everybody will be selected. So I had this. I was since nervous also. You become more nervous because when you know that okay you can clear,
right,
but you don't know okay whether you will actually clear or not, and the other exams are coming. Then you don't know whether you have to take the other exam or not.
Right.
So when the answer the final list came, I was very nervous. But when I see my roll number, I was very happy.
Okay. So आपने खुद देखा था या किसी और से बोला था देखने के लिए?
No, I did it myself.
And how was the reaction of your family members?
My dad was very happy because he had seen me preparing all this time,
right,
and getting failed so many times, and this time when I cleared, he was very happy.
Okay. Great. So thank you very much, Yogesh. And so guys, this is Yogesh. We have told you that he has recently cleared NABARD Grade A examination. So again, on behalf of Team EduTap, I congratulate you again for achieving this milestone, and thank you very much for giving your precious time for sharing your strategy with our future aspirants.
So one thing actually I would like to add that you should remember that how was actually I was in graduation when I only had 57.5. People actually used to think, people think that okay, the people who get only 80%, 8 CGP or something, they only can do it.
Right.
So I would say just focus on strategy. The strategy is very important, and just instead of making things complicated, buying books, just buy a course simply if you really want to do it, and follow. But even after buying, you have to follow them religiously. Just do whatever your mentor is saying, and it will for any exam it will be very easy to crack if you just follow your mentor and make a good strategy by yourself.
Right.
That's all.
So guys, be confident and write down these words जो भी अभी योगेश जी ने बताए लास्ट में, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड्स हैं. So you can note it down and you can go through it whenever you are preparing, whenever you are feeling low, and whenever you are preparing for any examination. So thank you very much, Yogesh, once again.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.